Good morning, Rabbi. We find today in the current events, people are very scared about this disease, which is called Corona, lo aleinu. So already thousands of people have been infected, and they're in quarantine, all kinds of places, cities in China, places over here, airports, all kinds of things. People are very worried. How does a person avoid contracting such a scary disease like that, which is very deadly? It could be deadly in many cases. God should save us. So the question is, how does a person avoid it? Before they make the vaccine, they're working on the vaccine, they're working on all kinds of remedies, they're working here, they're working there, in all kinds of countries. But the question is, what do we do as individuals? How do we guard ourselves? So they say, the rabbis, the seasoned rabbis, the veteran rabbis, they say, if you want to know about something, current events, look in the Parsha Shavua, and in the portion of the week that we read in the Bet Knesset, in the synagogue. So here's what it says in Parshat Beshalach. This is Perek Shemot Beshalach, Perek Tetvav, the 16th, 15th Perek, the chapter, and this is Pasuk Kavav 26. So it says over here like this: Vayomer im shamua tishma lekol Adonai Elohecha. So God tells the Jewish people, if you will heed to the words of the God, you will hear His words and obey His words. Ve'yashar be'enav taseh, and you will do what is right in His eyes, what is straight in His eyes. If you behave like that, ve'azanta lemitzvotav, and you listen to His mitzvot, you accept His mitzvot, ve'shamarta kol chukav, and you will keep all His laws. That's what it says. So then what? What's going to be? Kol ha'machala asher samti b'Mitzrayim, all the diseases that I put on Mitzrayim, because at that time they were in Mitzrayim, they were in Egypt, so they were afraid of the diseases of Egypt. Now we're afraid of the diseases of China, wherever they come from, right? Whatever it is, every generation has their place where the diseases come from. So what happens is, it says like this, right? All those diseases which I put on Mitzrayim, on the Egyptians, lo asim alecha, I will not put them on you. So how does a person prevent from getting all kinds of diseases like this, all kinds of strange diseases which are, renewed, and they're new diseases which we never heard of them before. They come up. How does a new disease become created? The scientists say what happens is that there's some kind of a disease, and it mutates in order to change its format, the molecular format. It does that in order that it should be able to work, because now the body has already built a resistance, immunity to the old disease. So therefore, the disease mutates in order to prevent the body from the resisting the new disease, the new formula, the new molecules, right? The new format. So therefore, what happens is that there's a cat and mouse game going on all the time between the disease, which is mutating, and the body, which is making all kinds of ways to immunity to combat the disease. Back and forth, it goes like this. Meanwhile, people are dying. People are suffering. People are getting sick. So it says over here, this is exactly what we need to know. Ki ani Adonai Rofecha. That's what it says in the end of the verse. About one verse explains the whole thing. It says, I'm God who heals you. So what do we see from there? Really, the healing comes from God. It doesn't come from the doctors. It doesn't come from all kinds of vaccines, all kinds of things like this. Even though the sages teach us that we are commanded, if a person is ill, he should go to the doctor and be treated, go to the hospital, go to a clinic, whatever it is he has to go and be treated. But nevertheless, we really know this is just on the track of reality, of the track of what's going on the surface. But really deep down inside, we know that Kadosh Baruch Hu, the Hashem, is the one who heals us, and the power of healing is in His hands only, not any doctor or not anybody else, any healer and all kinds of magicians and soothsayers and all kinds of things like this. They can't heal us. The only one who really heals us is the Kadosh Baruch Hu. So therefore, we have to rely on Him. So we see from here, Rabbi, one very simple thing. How does a person prevent himself from getting all kinds of new diseases which are renewed in the world, all kinds of things? Lo aleinu, Hashem yirachem. Very simple. Listen to the Torah, heed to the words of Torah, keep the Torah, guard the Torah, listen to the words of God, obey the words of God, and God promises you here in the verse, in the Parsha Shavua, in the portion of the week, those diseases won't come on you, right? Wherever they come from, China or Mitzrayim or Egypt or wherever they come from, doesn't make any difference. The point is that when you are guarding the Torah, you are guarded from diseases. That's the idea. As the Chazal say in the Gemara, it's not the disease that kills, not the snake that kills, not the animal that kills, not the wild animal that kills you. It's the sin that kills you. Lo aleinu. So therefore, a person has to be careful to avoid sins. And this way, he knows for sure that he won't have problems with diseases, all kinds of issues like that. Kadosh Baruch Hu should give us health, wealth, and happiness, and we should be healthy to serve God and do His will. That we shouldn't have any health problems, any problems with our bodies, with our souls, with our nefesh, with all of our being. In order that we should be able to serve God with all Ramach Emarim, all the limbs of the body, and with all the will, all the emotions, and all our intellect. Amen ve'amen. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen. You should be healthy and happy. Amen. All the best.